All right, hello, everybody. www.sporthotpicks.com. Your host, Tommy School. We are live today out on site doing some work at one of our places around here. Super excited to have you with us today, as today is now up and running, the 14th of May. It is Friday, and to say the least, we got some really good picks out here for you today. But before we get going, what I'd really like to go over is really what we're all about. So Sport Hot Picks is a sport handicapping capping service for the amateur recreational gambler looking to make a second income and learning to become a sports wagering professional. Not only do we discuss picks, how we come to those selections, but also everything it takes to become a sports handicapper. We do not focus solely on our paid picks, but also on bankroll management, trends, insider information, how-tos, and much more. This is one-stop shop for the amateur recreational episode or recreational gambler. So in these episodes, what we typically do is we look over everything that happened yesterday. Then we give you some major sports updates, what's going on in the numbers there, our Miss the Cut segment, the lesson of the day, our number of paid picks, and then we finish up with potentially a free paid pick of the day. So let's get right into looking at the numbers from yesterday. Yesterday in the NBA, straight up, the favorites went 9-0. So if you were money line on every single favorite, you won. However, if you went against the spread, you were 5-3-1. So the Bucks, Spurs, and Kings all covered. And a new trend came about yesterday. The unders finally came in at 7-1-1, which brought our May overs, but really back into check because that was way up at 59%. But going 7-1 yesterday put it at 47 overs, 44 unders for a total of 91, which puts it at 51.65%. Overall, the favorites are still ahead at 50.88%, and the overs still lead at 50.5% since the start of the season. NHL here, we got favorites went 3-0 yesterday. The unders were 3-1, and we had 3-1, and the overs in the first period were 2-1. So overall, the NHL, the favorites are still at 51.39%. The unders are at 58.29%, and the first period unders at 50.99%. Finally, Major League Baseball, the favorites went 8-4. Unders were 8-3-1, which puts the favorites at a 54.83%, and the unders at a 51.55%. The dogs that covered were the Blue Jays, Rays, Cardinals, and the shocking of the Rockies, just laying the wood to the Cincinnati Reds. So as we said before, one couple ways that you could help us out: subscribe to our channels. On YouTube, it's Sport Hot Picks. On Facebook, it's the Fine Nine Picks. On Twitter, it's Sport Hot Picks, and then we started an Instagram account also at Sport Hot Picks as well. Our service is $9.99, and in March, we went 143 wins, 91 losses for a 61 win percent, which means if you're buying our service, you're paying 4 cents per pick. In other words, that's 7.5 picks per day that you get to work off of and follow our system through. Now, also, in April, we went 137-96 for a total of 233 picks, 58.8%, another profitable month for us. We averaged 7.77 picks, and again, 4 cents per pick right there. And in May so far, we're at 52 wins, 40 losses, so 12 wins over 500. We're giving out 7.08 picks per day at a price right now, if you just bought May through the first 13 days, 11 cents. Overall, we've provided 559 picks. We're at 59.93%, which is 7.8 picks per day and averaging 5 cents a pick. You're not going to find that deal anywhere. I mean, there's people talking about $2 Tuesdays and we're giving this away for that. We want you to have a chance to be profitable in this and it not cost you an arm and a leg as well. So let's get into our actual numbers yesterday and what we did. We went 6-2. We were up 2.7 units, which is a Very good thing, because our goal is to help coach you to become up 1 unit every single day on an average over the course of a month. So in a 30-day month, you want to be up 30 units. If you're $100 better, you'll be up around $3,000. We yesterday alone were up 2.7 units, which is super exciting. What we had is we had the Hawks -12, they won. We had the Bulls -10.5, they covered. We had the Grizzlies -8, they did not cover. That's a loss for us. The Rays +1.5 against the Yankees, and they just outright won that game. The Cincinnati Reds -1.5, as we said before, the Rockies were one of those upsets. Kings Avs over 5.5. We won that one as the Avalanche clinched the Norris Trophy and the top seed in the NHL throughout the playoffs. Blues +1.5. We were sweating it a little bit earlier. The Blues were down 3-0 after the first period, and then that game opened up exactly as we expected it to, and they ended up winning 7-4 to really put it to the Timberwolves. Not Timberwolves, the Wild. Nuggets, Timberwolves. That was our free bet of the day. Under 230, we hit that one, as we talked about the Timberwolves kind of on a slide right now, and the Denver Nuggets. They're really working to possess and slow the game down and possession type basketball there. So overall, like we said before, we're 51-40, over 50%. And doing really, really well on our month of May. Again, like, comment, share on YouTube, find us on Facebook, comment on Twitter, follow us there, because every single one of our paid picks, 1 hour after game time. Tell me somebody else is doing this. 1 hour after game time, we put our picks out there on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and it's not syncing to Instagram yet, but we will get there. But right now, 1 hour after game times, we post our paid picks out there. So needless to say, you have a chance of seeing exactly what we're doing, and we're not trying to hide behind it or anything like that. We're really trying to prove exactly what we are. Again, in March, we were at 61.11%, average cost per pick 4 cents, $9.99. You get it all. www.sporthotpicks.com. In April, 58.8%, 7.5 picks a day. 7.77 is what we average. 4 cents again per pick. And then so far in May, we're at 92 picks. We're at 59.52%. And that's right now, if you stop betting with us, but you start at the beginning of the month, you would be just have paid 11 cents per pick. Total since March, 59.93%. You're averaging 5 cents a pick off of a $27 investment, which means you would be up. I don't have that sheet with me, a total number of units, because I'm on just using notes here. I don't have my computer and screens, but you would be up well over 66 picks so far with us, starting back when we started. All right, let's cover the Miss the Cut segment. Under the Miss the Cut, we want to look at what we did yesterday. The Wild and Blues, we suggested to lean toward the over there. That hit. The Avs on the puck line, they won, obviously, but you had to lay a ton of wood. That's why we tried to stay away from it. Some people were betting it at -500. So they were putting down a lot of cash to win a little bit of money. But sometimes when a guarantee's out there, to say the least. We also had the Cardinals on the money line. They covered. And the two that we lost was the A's and the Yankees. They both lost. A's lost to the Red Sox, and Yankees lost to the Rays there. They didn't get the series sweep. But those were the ones that we were leaning toward that missed the cut, and we went 3-2 on those ones. But overall, we went 6-2 yesterday, all in. All right, some leans here today. The miss the cuts. Blue Jays on the money line. We just think that they're going to come out, swing the bats, and play really, really well. And because of that, we also recommend the Phillies and the Blue Jays over 10.5. If you could still find it at 10.5, we've seen that number go up to 11. Astros on the money line against the Texas Rangers. Battle of Texas. You know, we're feeling that the Astros are going to have the dominance there, but we're really not confident in that starting pitcher that they got going. Some fun ones that we got is within the first 5, we got Miley to outduel Marquez in the first 5. So the Reds there. Marlins in the first 5. This is a huge one that we really wanted to put out there at a +185. to try to fade Kershaw a little bit. He hasn't been very solid early in the games. So we figure if the Marlins could get to him early, that could really pay off at a plus 185. And the Cardinals in the first 5 at a plus 155. Final Major League Baseball one there. We have the Padres coming home, playing in their pitcher's park. St. Louis needs a hitter's park to really perform in. And we think that the Padres money line there, but the Cardinals, they're hot. They're a good team. So we're just leaning partially toward the Padres. Some NBA games. We got a couple here for you. The Warriors Pelicans. Betting the over 230, when in doubt, play the over in the last few days in the NBA. Nobody wants to compete against each other and challenge and that type of stuff, and especially here. Plus, the public is all over the under in this one. But because of that number, 230 and a half, and we're not sure. We know Zion's not going to be playing. We're not sure how many minutes the big guys from the Golden State are going to have. And if Curry's not out there shooting, it could really change that. Fade in the Raptors, but 13 and a half was a big number for us. But the Raptors are, just using an 8-man roster, and the Mavs are rolling. But that 13 and a half was a big number that we didn't really want to go after. And the Jazz fade in the Thunder at 14 and a half. It was another number we didn't really want to go after. So needless to say, what we have for you here today is we got 4 NBA picks besides the ones we just talked about, leaning one way or the other on. We got 2 Major League Baseball picks for you, and we've got 1 in the NHL, the last regular season game of the NHL. You want to talk about a meaningless hockey game that actually could mean something and be fun to watch. So, hey, it's hockey and it's on, so we said, let's put it out there, and we really like this one. We think we found the right metrics on it to create some profitability for you. Our freebie is one of those 4 NBA picks that we just talked about. So our freebie of the day is going to be the Sacramento King against the Memphis Grizzlies. And we are going to say under 224 and a half. MGM has it there. Some of the other books have it at 225. So we're saying 220, or not 225. They have it at 224, not getting that half a point. So under 224 and a half. Sacramento Kings, Memphis Grizzlies. I am Tommy School with www.sporthotpicks.com. We're super happy to have you as part of our team, and keep cashing those checks. I'm Tommy School. We're betting, we're placing wagers and cashing major.